So many people have hidden potential in them that many of us will let just go to the wayside. So today I'm going to persuade you to travel down the rabbit hole of entrepreneurship with an idea or passion that strikes you. Many, if not all of us, throughout our lives will have a great idea or passion that we all can pursue. All we have to do is just grab the reins and go. To go over why you should attempt entrepreneurship, I'm going to first dispel common fear, then we're going to go over how it can free you, and lastly I will go give you some guidelines or guidance on how you can start the journey yourself. So Forbes magazine states that about 1 in 5 businesses fail within the first year, and 8 out of 10 fail within the first 5 years. They also don't tell you that 10 out of 10 businesses also fail if they never start. So failure, though, with businesses especially, are not permanent. Many people try, and they also do fail, but they also can get back up and continue to go. Just like people's first jobs, it's a learning experience. I mean, you don't go to your first job most of the time, most people at least, and that's the job you have for the rest of your life. A lot of times businesses are the same way. I personally had a business for about 3 years, and so I did beat the 20% at least, but didn't get up to the 5-year mark. We did fail in the end for a multitude of reasons, and a lot of it was, like the owners, myself and the other owner fought often about different decisions, and then we also had a slight failed business model as well. But in the end, it only really costed me about $6,000. And some of the reasons why Forbes said that businesses fail is that the failed business model was a large one, so was the owners fighting because people having conflicting interests, it's hard to kind of go down the same path. Last one, then the biggest one they had, it was also the disconnect with customers. People not researching their market well enough, or just not taking the time to understand what their customers really want or need. And there's plenty more where that came from as well. So though the 8 in 10 businesses do fail, the more time that people spend with their business trying to learn that, or just doing their own business, that ratio does significantly decrease. So every time you do try, you get better. Now that you've learned how I fell on my face in my first business, we'll travel back a little bit further in time in my business as well, and then we'll also go over some key points of how entrepreneurship can free you some. So one of the perks of entrepreneurship is growth potential. With entrepreneurship, you do learn many different skills, and then you also have the potential for your business to grow out exponentially. For ourselves, in particular, once we started our business, we had about $5,000 in revenue the first month, and then it kind of proceeded slightly, and it started to grow though. After the first year, we were reaching about $25,000 a month in revenue, which is about $300,000 a year. And we were constantly busy due to that. So in that time frame, though, I learned much more than I would have learned just reading about it or just studying about it. I definitely learned a plethora of ideas and different ways of going about things through starting my own business. And one key factor I learned is that you can make money by yourself. I did have a partner as well, but you don't need someone to sit there and hand you your paycheck and just get money that way. Just like him, you don't always want a boss like that. Another good perk about entrepreneurship is that you do get to follow your passion. So whatever does strike you as that you enjoy, you can follow that instead of just doing a mundane job that you don't really enjoy. You can do what you love. And you also get to create something like Frankenstein if you really want to. Now that I hope you all feel a little more at ease about taking the leap into the rabbit hole, I'll move on to something you can do more yourself. So people feel that for entrepreneurship and just starting a business in general, you have to have deep pockets. You have to have lots of money, lots of capital. That's not necessarily true. I started my first business with the $600, and that's when we grew up to being $300,000 a year in sales. So in that case, we can start small, and then you kind of just build your way up. Starting small definitely does have its downfalls. As you do start, it takes a little bit longer. Having a bunch of money does help in that aspect, but it's not necessary to continue down the path of entrepreneurship. Another fear that people have as well as with entrepreneurship is that they feel that they don't have good ideas or that their ideas aren't good enough to be successful. Well, like it's true in the fact that we do have bad ideas, but we also have good ideas. When we first started our business, we went through a process of trying to find ideas to what we wanted for our business, what we didn't, and we probably had, I couldn't actually honestly tell you how many bad ideas we had. We had tons of those. But we did have about 4 good ideas we thought we could do, and then the one came as being one we could start because we only had so much capital to put into it. And the whole process did take about a month to 2 months. And through that, we did decide that we need to find like a precise idea with that. And to kind of just review the last 3 main points there, although most businesses do fail, it's not permanent. I will be starting another business here in the next few months, and the growth that you can receive from that business is definitely key. You can learn, tons. You learn like valuable skills, like you have to learn accounting and everything you need to do in the business, so it's not pigeonholed into one type of skill set. Then you can also learn more and quickly because you can. You're doing it instead of just reading about it or learning about it. You will be able to follow your passion as well, so you get to follow what you love or create what you love as well if it's something that hasn't been done yet. And the last thing is a little fear that most people have is about money. You don't need deep pockets to do so, and then you can start small and grow with your business. And as you grow, like I said, you'll learn more, and you can also have potentially get more money, as that is, entrepreneurs are usually ones that get the payout at the end, but they also do take the risk. So though having an 80% chance of failure in 5 years is high, success can be achieved by anyone willing to learn, adapt, and persevere. You can never learn how to ride a bike without riding yourself and scraping a knee. Next time you have a great idea or passion that strikes you, just run with it and never look back. And as Shia LaBeouf says, don't let your dreams be dreams.